Hello everybody, getting ready to do lesson 6.2 of 6th grade math part 1. And today we got a 44-point skill sheet for classwork to do, and then we got 4 points here of notebook taking. Proportions, ratios, and rates is today's lesson. Here is today's bell work, teachers. And we have equivalent fractions here. This shows you an example here, students, of how to make an equivalent fraction. So using that as a guide, you should be able to do these here. Give your students about 3 or 4 minutes here. Okay, welcome back for our solutions. And we're going to start over here. So 3 over 9, same thing as 21 over 63. 16 over 24 is the same thing as 4 over 6. And then 12 over 15 is the same thing as 4 over 5. Students, so if you have problems with this, teachers, go ahead and elaborate on your smartboard about these problems. If your class is having difficulties with these fractions, they should not. By now, they should have this down. Okay, into our lesson today. How do you use rates to compare quantities? So our explore activity today will be on that situation. Using rates to compare prices. A rate is a comparison of two quantities that have different units. Chris drove 107 miles in 2 hours. This can be expressed as the rate shown at the right. Notice that the units are different, miles and hours. So we have distance and time here. The rate is 107 miles for 2 hours. So we have distance over time. Okay, so Shauna is at the grocery store comparing 2 brands of juice. Brand A costs $3.84 for a 16-ounce bottle. Brand B costs $4.50 for a 25-ounce bottle. To compare costs, Shauna must compare prices for equal amounts of juice. How can she do this? Well, okay, complete tables. We are going to have a table here. Brand A, which is this $3.84 for 16 ounce. So for 8 ounces, it'll be $1.92. So we're going to divide down. We're going to reduce it down here, right? So for 8 ounces, it's $1.92. How much for 4 ounces? Then how much for 2 ounces? Then how much for 1 ounce? So when we divide this by 2, we have to divide this over here by 2. So what would this be for 4 ounces? What would that be for 2 ounces? And what would it be for, finally, to get per ounce here for the price here for brand A? Well, it's 96 cents for 4 ounces, 48 cents for 2 ounces, then 24 cents an ounce for brand A. And then for brand B, we have 25 ounces for 50 for 5 ounces. What would it be? We're going to divide by 5 now to get down to 1 ounce. So to divide that by 5, we get 90 cents an ounce for 5 ounces, 90 cents. And then for 1 ounce is 18 cents an ounce. So we have 18 versus 24. So that is the for brand A and brand B. Brand A costs 24 cents an ounce. Brand B costs 18 cents an ounce. Which brand's better? Why? Because it costs less per ounce. Describe another method to compare cost. So, can you come up with a better method here to compare cost for that? Divide the cost of each bottle by the amount of juice. So you can do it that way. Just divide it straight up by 384 divided by 16 and 450 divided by 25. That'd be the fast way. Calculating unit rates. The unit rate is rate which second quantity is 1 unit. When the first quantity in the unit rate is the amount of money, the unit rate is sometimes called a unit price cost. So per one of whatever it is. So Gerald pays $90 for 6 yoga classes. What is cost per class? So how do we figure the cost per class up here once we know how much 6 yoga classes cost? Use this information here. This would be how you would find your unit rate. $90 for 6 classes. So divide both quantities in the rate by the same number so that the second quantity is 1. So we got to divide through by what? We have this, we got to divide through by 6, don't we here? 6 classes, 6 down here, 6 up there. We get 15 per one class. So it's $15 per one class. That'd be how you'd find your unit rate there. So it's yoga class costs $15 per class. So the cost of 2 cartons of milk is $5.50. What's the unit price? So $5.50 for 2 divided by 2. We got to get this down to 1 here. We got to find out per carton. So we divide through by 2, and we get $5.50 divided by 2 is $2.75 per one carton. So that'd be how we would find out. And then we go into a cruise ship travels 20 miles 50 minutes. How far does ship travel per minute? So we have 50 minutes here. We want to know how far it goes in 1 minute, so we divide everything by 50. So 20 miles divided by 50 is 0.4 miles per minute, so almost half mile per minute. Ship travels blank per 0.4 miles per minute. The first quantity in a unit rate can be less than 1, so it can be less than 1. So this can be less than 1 here, 0.4 per minute. Okay, multiple representations. Explain how you could use a diagram like the one shown below to find the unit rate in A, then complete the diagram to find the unit rate. So we have 6 yoga classes here. $90. One yoga class would equal blank. Use one bar to represent total cost and another bar to represent unit cost. Divide the total cost bar into equal parts to find a unit rate. So 90 divided by 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equals 15, right? So 15 would equal one of these spaces. This is another way of looking at it. And that is lesson 6.2, part 1, part 2, part 3, available at this email. Thank you.